What is up? It's your boy Aing here, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a banger because I'm going to be talking about if I could go back, right? If I could go back in time and customize my own Tacoma and choose exactly what I wanted, what would I get and why? As you know, I have a 2020 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport, and when I was buying it, I wouldn't say I needed it right away, but I needed it right away. I got whatever they had available right at the start of this whole thing when everybody was panicking, buying things and selling things and prices were weird. So I got a fairly good price on my Tacoma at the time. If I could go back and kind of take my time a little bit and get the right truck, what truck would it be? So if you're on the fence and you don't know really what you want to do, this is a perfect video since I've owned my truck for 7 to 8 months. So I have a little bit of seat time. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm here to talk to you guys about what I would do differently in today's video. You already know the dealio. Before we start this video, did I just rhyme? If I rhymed, you have to leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. But even if I didn't rhyme, like, comment, and subscribe. So let me just say something up front. If money was not an issue, obviously I'd get a TRD Pro and just modify from there. So the first thing you notice on your Tacoma is obviously the color. If I were to go back and change the color on my Tacoma, what color would I get? And the answer is quicksand. I love it. I think quicksand is the best looking color in all of Toyota's lineup. Now they do have some close seconds, I'm not gonna lie, like voodoo blue, cement gray, army green. Quicksand just looks the best. But let's talk about what trim I would go with. Now that I know what I like, what I want, what I don't want, I would go with a TRD Offroad. I personally like for there to be black accents on the truck that don't look too obnoxious, don't look too weird. Now with the black fenders, it looks really cool and I like it a lot. A lot of people are gonna be like, well, Aing, you can just plasti dip your fender. Listen, buddy, I already thought about it. Sandy did not approve, so we're running into an issue. I'm kidding. She didn't approve, but I'm also not that worried about it. The other reason I wanted a TRD Offroad, the rear locking differential. I have never once been stuck. Never once have I needed a rear locking differential. The more tech you have, the more problems you may run into, and well, I just don't need it. Without having it, I guess it's better, but having it would have just added that level of comfort if I were to off-road, you know, somewhere in the mall. So yeah, I would go with a quicksand TRD Offroad, and I would go with an off-road for the black fender and also the rear locking differential and like the off-road incentives like the mode, the crawl control, so on and so forth. This one is so big. This is such an important feature to me. I didn't get to see this interior when I was test driving all the Tacomas that I did, but a leather interior. I eat in my truck. A lot of people think it's a sin. A lot of people do it. A lot of people don't. I personally do it like all the time. Right now, especially with what's going on, I don't go in and eat in a restaurant. I'll just order it and then eat it in my truck. Did you just unsub? Please, I take it back if you did. But if you didn't, yeah, I eat in my truck. A lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Just depends on the mood. With that being said, the seats are horrible. Now, I'm not a messy eater by any means, but you know, every now and then some Chick-fil-A sauce gets away from you, some ketchup, some mayonnaise. It just happens. Mostly on my passenger side. And well, I can't do nothing about it because, well, I would have rather had leather seats because one, you can just wipe it off, you can just clean it, rinse it off, whatever. But with cloth seats, you kind of have to deal with it until you pay a professional detailer to clean it out, or you can watch a video on how to DIY and then you end up with a dirtier, more stained seat, which I've done to Sandy's Corolla. I will be paying somebody to clean them for me. I've only owned it for 8 months and it's already a mess, so I have to pay somebody, so it's probably going to happen every 8 months. So you just save yourself the money, get the leather. If you have children, dogs, be careful because I'm sure if they rip the leather, that would not be fun at all. The downside is, you know, when it's hot, the leather's hot. When it's cold, the seat is cold. Also on the interior, I would have liked to get heated seats. It just seems like a cool option to have. My dad recently bought a Sequoia. He had heated seats. I sat in the Sequoia with heated seats and I was like, I missed out. So heated seats, not really a big issue, but it would have been cool to have, you know, just in case. So now let's talk about options. Options. There's a bunch of them that you can get from the dealership. Most of them are rather useless, but there are some that I think are pretty cool. Now, the first and very most important option that I would have got was a bed cover. Now, a lot of people say don't, a lot of people say do, but I just like to have my thing all in one unison, right? I don't like to have parts from BMW, parts from Audi, parts from Acura on my truck. If that makes any sense, those are just random names, but I don't like too many different names. So, bed cover, first off. Second, I would have gone with the LED headlights. Well, I thought I was going to do it on my own. and I still probably am. It's just taking longer than I'd expected. And also, I don't know which ones are the right ones. With Toyota, you got that reliability. With Amazon, you got that curious wonder. And I'd hate to get pulled over because my Amazon headlight went out. So, still curious, if you buy any aftermarket LED headlights for the Tacoma 3rd gen, let me know. Your boy is interested. Also, this one's kind of silly, but that little kick step down thing that they have, it's really cool. I think it's pretty sweet. I would have liked to get it just because I am usually loading stuff in and out of my truck. Using it would have been a breeze with that little step, especially for Sandy, because now that the truck's lifted, we all struggle to get in the truck. Let me take the blame off of her. I struggle as well, okay? Yeah, that's what I would do. So, next time around, I will definitely be taking a different route. But I'm super happy with my Tacoma. Don't get me wrong. If I had that Tacoma, I would be talking about how I want my Tacoma. It's just an endless cycle, a vicious cycle, and as much as we hate how simplistic Toyota is, we also love it, and I love Tacomas. So I'm always thinking about the next Tacoma. I'm always thinking about what I should have done, what I can do, what I'm going to do. But yeah, just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys. What would you do if you could go back to the dealership, rewind time, and make your own Tacoma? What would it look like? Is there anything you wish that you would have got from the factory that you don't have now? Let me know in the comment section down below. But with that being said, it's been your boy. I'm out of like naughty. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Peace.